Welcome to the Shulamite Podcast, an extension of Shulamite Ministries and Shulamite.com, with weekly interviews and teaching with author and speaker Martha Kilpatrick and hosted by John Enslow. This weekly podcast is a way to stay connected to the ministry. So come experience anointed messages, not giving just another method, but a living impartation.
Okay, Deuteronomy 27 is the curses. Curses on disobedient. Cursed is anyone who strikes down his neighbor in secret. Cursed is anyone who does not confirm the words of this law. A whole chapter on what will happen to you. You will be cursed for not obeying the voice of the Lord. Then it changes to chapter 28. And this is it. This is it. If you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord your God, being careful to do his commandments that I command you today, Moses, the Lord your God will set you on high above all nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you obey the voice of the Lord your God. You'll be blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed in the fruit of your womb, fruit of your ground. Blessed will be your basket and your kneading bowl. A whole chapter of blessings. 1 through 14, chapter 28.
So it's the day of suddenly, and it's a day of being overtaken. It's like you sow for a season, a long season, and you enter into the rest, and then you look faithfully to the Lord to be the life, and you're there, and you're pushing through, and you're pushing with Him, and you're surrendering, and you're submitting, and you're allowing Him to work in you, and then you enter into this season of suddenly where everything overtakes you. It's like you've built up this huge big wave, and then all of a sudden it just comes whoosh, back down on you.
It's sowing obedience.
And this is the fruit of sowing obedience, is being overtaken by the blessing.
Yes, exactly. And it's listening to the voice. If you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord your God. And I was feeling such an attack one morning, and it was horrendous. And I said, Lord, you've got to speak to me. I've got to hear you. And he said one word: impregnable. And I looked it up. It's unassailable, unassaultable, unbreakable, unapproachable. It was a safety, and that was my breakthrough of the warfare that was so oppressing. It was the liberty. I am, no matter what the enemy thinks he's doing, he cannot touch me. I am impregnable, saith the Lord. I cannot be invaded. I cannot be assaulted. I cannot be defeated. I'm unassailable, unavailable. That was one of my breakthroughs from the warfare. When he gave me the word, I believed it. I looked it up in the dictionary, and I said it. And it happened.
I just feel like it's us. That's the season we're in, and I don't know if it isn't the season for the faithful of the Transcendent Church in the body at large.
Oh.
And it may be a seasonal thing for everybody, and we're just experiencing it and so overwhelmed by it because we're being overtaken that we're not even seeing it elsewhere. But
the work of the Spirit is usually through the church entire.
So I would love to hear. I'd love to hear in the comments. Mm-hmm. Are you seeing this in the Christendom? The body of Christ, the true believers. Are we seeing this corporately? And that I would like to know. Are you experiencing suddenlies in your life?
Mm-hmm. Are you being overtaken?
Are you being overtaken? Have you had a season that you have gone through sowing, and you have gone through believing, and you have gone through resting, and then now you're being completely overtaken?
The story of my car is one of being overtaken.
That was another one. I mean, I'm telling you, there is so many things that were going
just appear.
on. Yeah, and we talked about the car in the podcast. I'll put it, if you haven't listened to it, it'll be in the transcript right where these words are being spoken. And your car was given to you. You did nothing.
I did nothing.
I cursed your other car because it was dying, and you did nothing. You didn't even go look for it. It literally was laid in your lap. It was taken care of.
Yeah, everything.
And we were gone when it was delivered.
And my old car was being taken away and sold. And I didn't lift a finger for
You didn't
that.
have to do that either. I think you had to sign a title. That's all you had to do. But there are more things. I can't remember them right now. It's the end of the day, and I'm a little tired. But there were several things that were all happening at the same time. Your car was one of them, and the house being another one. And then there was multiples. I can't think right now.
In the Complete Jewish Bible Translation, for Deuteronomy 28:2, it says, obey the voice of Adonai. It gives the name of God as Adonai. And of course, the devotion's going on right now. Probably still going on when this thing hits, I'm not sure, or just finished, is meeting Adonai. So it's all about Adonai. And it just occurred to me that, Adonai is master, owner, capitalized all the way through, Lord, And I have watched from the day I came to Shulamite Ministries, Martha and John both, lay down their lives to obey Adonai. Even if it seemed inexplicable, even if it seemed disreputable to some, when it was incredibly costly on any number of grounds. For years, day in, day out, with the people he gave you, me included, incredibly costly. And I just wonder, I have no doubt whatsoever that your day of suddenly, I'm with John, I can see that, but I also have seen all the sowing that went in. It's not a small thing to obey God. It's really not. And my prayer is that this booklet will break down some strongholds and bring people into the terrifying yet blessed reality of being nothing. Because it occurs to me that not only do you not hear God very well, but you won't obey Him with any real passion if you're something or someone. Why would you? You wouldn't need Him. And I would have no one who God has called and who loves and has ignited a desire for Him in any capacity, great or small, whatever the flame is right now. I wouldn't want any of them to miss Him, and I certainly wouldn't want them to miss a day of being overtaken by the blessings He has for His children. So, this booklet is anointed, The Joy Unequaled of Being Nothing. And by the time I speak these words, it will be available. It will be down in the transcript. And every copy that goes out of here, I will be delighted in Him and praying and thanking Him for what He is going to do in the life of every single person that opens it up.
We hope you've enjoyed the Shulamite podcast. For all the latest from Shulamite Ministries, please visit us at Shulamite.com, where you'll find Martha's daily devotions, posts from GetAlongWithGod.com, and the online library of all of Martha's writings. At Shulamite.com, downloading the free Shulamite app is easy, and LivingChristianBooks.com is only a click away. Thank you for joining us on this journey to discover a God worth knowing.